Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. I have my dog up here again with me today. The door is closed again because my husband is watching TV, like literally right below us, so you can hear the TV sometimes. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm also super red. It's so warm here today. I live in Maryland, and it is Wednesday, April 13th, and it is like kind of summertime outside, but it's overcast. It's definitely spring here in Maryland, but it feels much warmer. Okay, so we are going to do WIPs today, and I have one thing to talk about, but I don't have anything other than WIPs today, I'm pretty sure. And that like one little thing. So this should be a pretty kind of quick video. He's just gonna hang out apparently. We just went on a walk, so he's probably pretty warm. And I was gonna keep him downstairs, but when I closed the door, he doesn't like when I close the door on him. So he wanted to come up here, but it's warmer up here than it is downstairs. So I was like, you should probably stay downstairs, but he was not having it. So he came up here. Yeah, you did that, huh? Oh yeah, did you do that? Yeah, he came up here. And like I said last time, this is a channel about cross stitch and my dog, and sometimes my horse. But I don't know if I did my whole thing. My name's Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch and him. And yeah, he had a bath yesterday, and he was not about it, because he accidentally peed on his leash because I wasn't paying attention, and then I touched him like all over him with the leash when it was wet with pee. So I know, gross. That's just what we do here. So I gave him a bath so he wouldn't have just dog pee all over him. And I cleaned off his leash. So, let's get to the actual stuff you're here for. We're 2 minutes in, and hi. I ramble. So we'll start with WIPs, and then I'll just talk about really quickly the Etsy situation that's happening. So, you all have heard about it, I'm sure. If you watch the Rocking Stitcher, Jemima, she mentioned it, and I did put a little comment down in her comments section, and she pinned it, and she also screenshotted it and put it in her community tab. And then Corinne also mentioned it on Grace Notes Stitchers, and I also pretty much wrote almost the same exact thing, just so that the information is out there about what's going on. So we'll talk about that at the end, because not everybody is interested in it, and it's fine, but I think it's a good thing to talk about. Anyway, WIPs. So, I don't know where to start, so we're just going to start here. We're going to start with Medusa. I think Medusa was the last thing I worked on since the last video. Like, I showed it in the last video, and then I worked on it again the day after the video. And so this is what has happened. But anyway, Medusa is a pattern by, I'm so sorry, Unconventional X Stitch, and the artist is Christopher Lovell. I don't have to look that one up anymore. I've memorized that one. That one and Judith Gibson. I don't know. I've memorized those two. There are a couple others that I still need to memorize. But anyway, so hopefully you will be seeing what it will look like when it's finished. I think a little bit more. I don't remember exactly what it looked like in the last video, but I did do a little bit more since then. So here is where it is now. So as we can see, I did just a little bit more. I think I was somewhere up here in the last video, so that I came down quite a bit into this section, and I'm loving this piece. I cannot wait. I cannot wait till we get more into the photo, like the picture, the art. So, because it feels a little bit like background. It's not actually background. What I'm working on is not background. It is actually part of the focal piece, which is Medusa. And the background is mostly like over here, because she's here, and then like there's a background kind of beside her. Or, well, I guess it's over here. It's this way, because I can't, my brain's not working today. So yeah, so the background's like over here, and she's like here. So, anyway. It just feels like I'm doing a little bit of background, because I'm not seeing, I mean, I am seeing things, like I'm seeing feathers here, but I'm not seeing anything in this part right here. So I think as soon as I start seeing stuff, it'll get really exciting. So that's that. And then here's the comparison photo. Next is my wedding photo, because this was one of my WIPCO calls for the month. So I did do work on it on Saturday, and I got quite a bit done on Saturday. It won't look like much because we all know this piece well. If you've been here for a while, you know how big this piece is. But my husband was out with his dad on Saturday, so I had the house to myself, and I didn't really do much other than stitch. I did have to do a couple of like errands and things in the morning, but after that I came home and I was like, I'm not doing anything else. So anyway, this is a chart. Well, it's a photo taken at my wedding by our photographer. And he, you know, sent us the photos, and I took this photo, and I put it into pixel stitch, and I charted it that way. I didn't do much. I just put the photo in there, and it did it for me. I did put it into Pictopat too, but I didn't like how the mock-up looked in Pictopat, so I decided to go with Pixel Stitch, even though Pixel Stitch is not compatible with Pattern Keeper, and Pictopat is. I didn't like the mock-up in Pictopat, so I went with the one, even though it's going to be a little more difficult. I think in the end it'll probably look better. I won't know for certain because I'm not doing both versions, but so far it's looking great. So hopefully you've seen what it will look like. And I'm starting to get to a point where like I can't just fold it in half and show you, because it's going to go over the halfway part of the fabric. So anyway, here's where we are now. So we all know all of this was done prior. And then I decided to forego this page and start back up here and start going diagonal. So that's what I did on Saturday. I continued with the diagonal stitching up there. I did like, I want to say like 1,000 something stitches. I think I did a lot. It might not look like a lot, but it was a lot. But we're really starting to see this. It's really exciting. And like I have mentioned, somewhere at the bottom of this page, like over here, my husband's head starts. So we'll hopefully start to see that. And I have I have made it. I'm going to unfold this real quick. I have made it to I think over the halfway point of the actual pattern. So super exciting. I'm pretty sure. I'm either almost there or I've just gone over it. Not by much, because only like a couple stitches here are, but that's exciting. So like I said, it's going to be a big piece. I can't remember if it's 3 inches on every side. I know it's 3 inches over here and over here, but I can't remember if it's also going to be 3 inches on this side and on the bottom. It might be more, but I think it's about 3 inches on all sides. So it's going to be a big piece. It's going to be a large gigundo piece. And I think I'm at like 16% or something done. So, doesn't seem like much. It feels like a lot. But then I say, oh, I'm at like 16%. That's 16%? How many pages is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 or so pages. And it's only 16%. I guess it's good that it's more than 1% per page, right? But anyway, super exciting. So this will come out again this month because it has joined the rotation. But I did pull it out on Saturday for WIP Go. So it got its love for WIP Go, and I can mark it off for WIP Go. And then here is the comparison photo. Okay. And then because it's not compatible with Pattern Keeper, I printed out the floss list. Yes, there's a lot of flosses. And then here is the page list. So there are 81 pages. I've done what? What did I say? Like 11? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've done maybe 11-ish out of 81. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a big piece. But it'll be so worth it when it's finished. I say that like I don't have 5 bajillion big pieces going. It's fine. Okay. And then the next one is a really exciting one. Yeah, so exciting. It's magnificent. I'm being so sarcastic. Because this is Magic Book. It is a beautiful piece. It's beautiful. But it's really boring where I'm at. So this is Magic Book. It is a chart by Heaven and Earth Designs. It does not have an artist, so I can't help you there. But yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. It's beautiful, and it's going to look so good when it's done. It's just getting there, especially where I'm at. So you ready for the excitement? You're not even going to be able to tell there's a difference. It's just maybe a little bit bigger. Ta-da! It's a bigger blob of black. So, yeah. This is Magic Book so far. It's so much 310. So much 310. Yeah, it's a lot of 310. Oh, also, I don't know, my hair is still straight. I got my hair done last week. I haven't washed it since then yet. So I'm trying to keep it as long as I can. I wash my hair once a week, so I can keep it pretty nice for a week, and then as soon as I wash it, it goes again, as we all have seen on this channel. Yeah. Anyway, this is Magic Book, so a lot to look at. There's a lot to talk about. Yeah, it's great. It's just a bigger block of black. So there's that. I feel like when I hold this up, every time I work on it, it's just like, I don't have anything to say because it's just more black. I'll be so excited when I do. I'm actually still having fun with this, even though it's all just black. It's still fun, because it's easy stitching. Like, if I just need to go, I can. The problem becomes when I have to remember to stop and take a photo, and then I have to go, I promise this is more. It might not look like it, but I promise this is more. Yeah, just because in the smaller increments, it just doesn't look like it's more. But as soon as I get to like some color, which I have quite a bit to go until I get to any kind of color. Until I get to color, it's gonna just keep looking like I haven't done much. You can tell from like large photos where there's a large amount of stitching done, but if I've only done a couple hundred or even just 1,000, it's hard to tell that I've done anything. So believe me, I am working on it. I am putting stitches in. It just looks like a blob of black. So, and then here's the comparison. It's just gonna look like a a blob of black next to a blob of black. Is what it is. Okay, I will show you my in this beautiful bag. And if you watched my last video, you know I have a giveaway going for not this bag, but for this beautiful bag by, and I was right, okay, by Black Cat X Stitchery. And I had mentioned in my, I don't know if it was my last video, that these tags must be new because I don't remember having them on my older bags from her. And I was right, because there's no, she doesn't have a tag here. So that's really exciting that she has like new fun tags. Congratulations. Congrats, Tiffany. It's exciting. So yeah, I have a giveaway going. I will draw a winner next week. You have to go watch my last video to be entered. Can't comment here. I mean, you can comment on this video. Please do. Please comment on this video, but if you comment about the giveaway here, it's not going to count. So you have to go watch my last video. But it's a beautiful bag. And I have one. I haven't started using it yet because I don't have a project for it at the moment. But yeah, anyway. So like I was saying, back to this project bag. This is also by Black Cat X Stitchery. I have the link down in the description to the Etsy store. I also have a 15% off discount code if you are a first-time buyer. So please feel free to use that. I am not 100% sure if Tiffany is doing the boycott. But I'll talk about that at the end. But yes, this bag is amazing. And you probably have figured out what is inside the bag. Is my fox from Cottage Garden Samplings. And I'm having so much fun with this that, you know, as I continue with this series, I might pick up some of the Songbird series, aka probably all of them. And I'll probably also pick up the Time for All Seasons series too, because like I got the squirrel, so like I could start there. Anyway, yeah, this is the fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. Pretty much everybody and their mom is doing it, or at least has been buying them. I did start this, what, a week, 2 weeks ago, whenever I started it. I am doing it as a Sal with Amy from A Little Farm Quilts and Gail from Gail's Golden Needle. They both have Flosstube channels. Go check them out. Gail gave me a really sweet shout out. Thank you, Gail, for that. I really, really appreciate it. And I did get a couple of subscribers. So thank you for finding me because of Gail. So I'm also working on reading all my comments from last video. I'm kind of slowly going through because I have to write down the names of people who use the code word, so it's a slower going situation when there's a giveaway happening, but I promise I will get there. Anyway, here is where I am. I got a lot done since the last time you saw this. So I work on this on Sundays for the hashtag Woods Sunday Sal. Yeah, I'm loving this. I am having so much fun working on this piece. It doesn't look like a cat anymore. Carla, does it look like a cat anymore? I don't think so. She was telling me that it looks like a cat without the head. The last time I showed it, and I was like, it's not a cat, but no, it's all in good fun. But yeah, this is so much fun. I'm doing this on Jamey. I'm sorry, Jamey from Grace Notes Fabrics. Really exciting news that they shared on their channel. When did your video go up? Yesterday? About a store, actually, that's 15 minutes down the road from me. So go check out their channel if you want the fun news. Yeah, I love this. Corinne, I think, is going to be starting it. I don't know if it's anytime soon, but she'll be using, I remember when I was talking to you all debating whether I was going to use Jamey or if I was going to use Michelle, and I ended up deciding to go with Jamey, but Michelle was on my like list of possibilities. She is going to be doing it on Michelle, so I'm excited to see how that's going to look. I also ordered more Michelle from her, and I'll be picking that up when I go for 24 hours of cross stitch next week. But I'll be picking that up, and I have a project that I'm going to do that, but I needed to get a like fat half for it because it's a big project. So I'm not starting it anytime soon. Probably not this year. I'll probably start it next year. But yeah, super fun. I also have a freebie. Here is the comparison photo. I have a freebie new start in No New Starts because the April album check was done, and I have earned my freebie. So I already have a plan. I already know what I'm going to be starting, but I'm going to be starting it during 24 hours of cross stitch. So you'll see that probably on Corinne and Colleen's channel on Grace Notes Stitchers, because we'll be making a video over on their channel. So you can watch that one next weekend if we get it up next weekend. I'll have my regular video on Wednesday, and then they'll be getting a video up for like a special, this Flosstube extra for 24 hours of cross stitch. Okay, and then the last piece that I started working on yesterday and has one more day tomorrow. I'll be doing it. I'll be continuing with it tomorrow. Is my Queen of the Night. This is charted by Thread Geeks, and the artwork is by Sarah Richter. I forgot to mention all of the fabric information is always down below if you are interested. I feel like I have something in my throat, so if I'm like a couple times, I don't know what that's called. Clearing my throat a couple times. What did I just say? What is happening? Who am I? Laughing at my own jokes, as per usual. Okay, stop that. Anyway, you saw what it's going to look like. And it's also kind of full of black, but here's where I am. It's a lot of black, but at least I'm getting to a point, where I'm seeing more than just black, which is good, because I think if I had too many projects that were like just black, I'd go insane. But this one's a pretty small piece, so it shouldn't take me super long to get into her like hair and her face. Granted, that's not going to be like this year, but I mean, I might get to her hair maybe this year, but I won't be touching her face probably until next year. But these aren't going to be focuses next year. I've already planned my focuses for next year, which will be my Mirabilia Queens. And then I don't know what's going to happen after that, but this year these are focuses, and then next year I'll take a break from focusing so much on full coverage. I love my full coverage, but we all know that you need a little bit of a break, and I want those queens up on my walls. And I haven't even started them yet, so that's that. And then here's the comparison photo. Okay, do I have anything else? No, I don't. I have nothing else. So, real quick before we go, I'd like to really quickly talk about the Etsy buoy. The Etsy boycott that is happening. So if you aren't aware of what's going on, Etsy has or is raising their prices for the sellers again. So they do this quite regularly, inflation, all of that, fine. But they have raised it enough to the point where it's just like the sellers aren't, I feel like they're spending more money to have their Etsy store than they are making the money in the Etsy store, right? So, Etsy doesn't always need to line their pockets. These are some of these are small businesses this is their only source of income. And I also understand that Etsy has become a bigger platform that is not just crafters anymore. You know, there's a lot of like drop ship people on Etsy, which is fairly frustrating. But you know, if you're in our group of people, mostly you're there for the crafters, for the designers, you know, the people who are doing these handmade items. And it's a place where you can get handmade stuff, you know, from either locals, or it can be from, you know, small businesses across the world. And it's nice. It's a nice place to be. But Etsy keeps raising their prices. So there is a kind of strike, a boycott happening right now that some stores are participating in and some stores are not participating in. And the reason, and we don't want to shame people for not participating, because like I said, some of these shops, this is their only source of income, and they are a small business that needs this income. So, you know, if they are a shop on Etsy and their Etsy store is still open, there are some stores that have gone on vacation for the week, because it's from the 11th, so it started Monday and it goes until the 18th. There are some stores that will go on vacation and you can't buy from their Etsy store during the strike. They are striking, those stores specifically. There are also stores that might not be closed, but they might have a website instead. So like they have an Etsy store, but they also have a website that you can buy from. For example, I'm trying to think of one. I think the Witchy Stitcher has an Etsy store, but she also has a website. And so if they have another avenue for you to shop, go shop at their other avenue. So let's say they have a website, shop on their website. If they have a Facebook page where they sell their things, go to their Facebook page. You can even private message the seller. Try to find another route, like if they have a social media account, private message them there. Because if you private message them through Etsy, Etsy can see those conversations, and it could cause problems. So try to private message them elsewhere and see if you can buy their stuff by them sending you like a PayPal invoice, and then you pay that, and then they can send you the stuff. So you're not going through Etsy. If they have a shop on Etsy and they don't have any other avenue, and you message them and there's no option, you only can buy from their Etsy store, don't not buy from their Etsy store. Please continue to shop at these folks' stores. We do not want to punish the stores that aren't able to like do the boycott. It might be their only source of income. So, you know, ask some questions maybe before you shop there, and do some research before you shop there. But at the end of the day, don't not shop at an Etsy store because it might be their only source of income. So there's a lot of benefits to this boycott, but I also can see that there could be some problems, unfortunately, for some people, because, you know, the information might be, or what people might be hearing is, don't shop on Etsy. Hopefully enough people will say, actually, just do some research before you shop on Etsy. So that's what I have to say about the boycott. I think it's a really good thing to do. I hope that people aren't going to get hurt because of the boycott, if it's the only way that they're making their money, because they might not be able to eat their sales for a week. There are some stores that can. There are some stores that are like, it's not my only source of income, it's like my side hustle. Great. They might be able to eat their sales for a week, but there are some people who are not going to be able to. So, and then the other upside to this boycott is that some stores are starting to look at making websites, which is awesome. So there might be some new websites popping up because of Etsy. So anyway, that's what I have to say about the boycott. If you weren't here for that, sorry. But I do hope that you take the time to, you know, listen and understand what the boycott's about, but also understand that not everybody's going to be able to join in, and not to completely stop buying from Etsy for the week, you know, just in case that does harm a small business. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my high horse now. And that's purely just from reading, you know, comments on Instagram and looking at, there are some shops that are a little bit worried, that have posted on Instagram. And, you know, there have been posts on Facebook and things too. So, you know, you'll probably see some of that stuff around, at least during this week, and then we'll see what happens from there, but we'll see. I'm going to continue through after the boycott. If they have a website, I will always shop on the website before I'll shop on the Etsy page. But if they don't have a website, I'll go to their Etsy, and I will buy from their Etsy. So, anyway, that's all I have to say for today. That's it. It's a 30-minute video, so not too short. I ramble a lot, so there's that. Like I said, I will be making my video next week on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I will be driving up to Corinne and Colleen's, and we'll be doing 24 hours of cross-stitch at their house. I am super stoked. I am also going to be getting probably quite a bit of haul from them, so I'm not sure whether we're going to add that into the 24 hours of cross-stitch video. Could be fun. But I will see you all next week, and I will look forward to hopefully you guys watching us over on Grace Notes Stitchers for 24 hours of cross-stitch. Are you doing anything for 24 hours? Are you going to try to get 24 hours in? Because, like, we're going to do it this next weekend. It's going to be really exciting. So anyway, I will talk to you guys next week. Have a good one.